Alright guys, I just got done watching Coach Chez's video on how to effectively tape your fingers for jiu-jitsu, and he had a really good point. It does look super cool, and I mean, how many world jiu-jitsu champions have you seen that don't have their fingers taped? I mean, some would argue that it's their hard training that they put in that leads to maybe some finger injuries, and that's what causes them to tape their fingers, but I'm going to go ahead and choose to believe that it's the tape that makes your jiu-jitsu good. So I'm ready for training tonight. I got my hands all taped up, and let's see how it goes. Alright, that was probably a waste of too much tape, and now my hands are all sticky for this video I'm about to record for you guys. But all jokes aside, make sure you go and you watch all the videos that we have posted for you. There's a lot of really good information in there, and I'm sure that you guys can find some tidbits in there to help you guys out. All the videos kind of work together, so going, watching, and listening all the different videos and information that we have for you, I think can really help you out. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with Navigating the Mats. My name is Joe, and today I want to give you some tips or some tools on how to either avoid or how to deal with burnout in jiu-jitsu. And before I do that, I just kind of realized that I never got to give you guys an update on the last tournament that our team just did. We have some upcoming tournaments as well, and that's going to help me actually kind of segue into today's topic, so it's perfect. Our last tournament, we went over to St. Louis, Missouri. We actually had a smaller team. We brought 15 people. I think it was 9 adults and 6 kids, if I think so, right off the top of my head. It was a little bit of a smaller team. It was the beginning of the year, and it just kind of seemed like it was hard to get everybody motivated to hop out on the mats and test themselves. But overall, we did really well. We brought back 13 medals. I know it was at least 4 gold medals with an absolute title in there too as well. So overall, very proud of the team, and they did really well. We do have some members going down to Springfield, Missouri for a tournament coming up, Springfield, Illinois for a tournament coming up, and then we'll be back in St. Louis towards the end of May, beginning of June, I believe. So we are kind of heading into that tournament season, which brings me to the first topic when looking to avoid burnout or just dealing with burnout in general with jiu-jitsu. And I think it's very important to have seasons within your training. So jiu-jitsu is a little bit different than a lot of other sports. You know, football, there's a set season from September to January. Baseball has a set season, but jiu-jitsu, for some reason, we don't necessarily have a set, these 6 months out of the year are tournaments and competition and hard training. It's very hard to stay in just like peak level competition mode for 12 months out of the year. You will eventually get burnt out, and anybody who says that they don't get burnt out on jiu-jitsu probably honestly just hasn't been training long enough. I know myself, I have gone through periods where you just seem a little burnt out on it and you need to take some time off, but we're going to talk about what that looks like. For myself, I spent a good portion of my brown belt just a little burnt out on jiu-jitsu, to put it frankly. And the reason for that is because another topic I want to talk about is I didn't have my goals kind of in place. So the first thing to do to avoid burnout, guys, try to have a set season. So whatever that looks like for your team and your competition team, or just your coach and your training in general, try to pick maybe like 4 to 6 months out of the year where you're training hard, you're staying in good shape, you're looking to kind of like sharpen your A game and use your tournament tested techniques. All right, and outside of that time, you need to make sure that you have a set season that's for adding new techniques and just having fun and just kind of like playing around with jiu-jitsu. A lot of the fun in jiu-jitsu is just kind of like seeing what you're capable of, seeing what cool moves that you can pull off. These may not necessarily be the moves that you put into your A game and your tournament game, but having just a period of just like fun time in jiu-jitsu, I think, is very important to avoid that burnt out, or if you do feel yourself getting burnt out, how to deal with that as well. And don't forget to take some time where like you're purely focused on defense in jiu-jitsu. So often we're like, I gotta win the round, I gotta win the round, I gotta win the round. Don't be afraid to just like take a little bit of time, like maybe even a couple months, just letting people get to good and dominant positions on you, and just like surviving, keeping the arms and the neck protected, and just trying to like escape some bad positions. So I'll take a little bit of the pressure off on you of like, I gotta win, I gotta win, I gotta win. All right. The next thing that I want to talk about, if you are feeling yourself a little bit of burnt out, go and try and train with new gyms. Talk to your coach, see if they have some recommendations for you. Make sure you call those gyms ahead of time. But like for us, we're part of a team, and we have a lot of other gyms in the area that are within our team, and those gyms are welcome to come and train at our place, and our members I know are more than welcome to go and train with a lot of those gyms as well too. So sometimes you just get a little burnt out training with the same people over and over and over. You're just kind of like starting to go through the motions. Take some time and go and travel, meet some new people, train with new people, and that can help you kind of get out of that just burnt out feeling that you're in, or that lull that's going on in your training. The third thing, and I briefly mentioned this before, is make sure that you have short-term and long-term goals with your jiu-jitsu. This will help you avoid the burnout, or just how to deal with it. Obviously, long-term goals, we all want to get to the black belt, but I'm talking about things maybe a little bit differently. So maybe it's like really fine-tune your half guard game, or maybe it's I got to pass that one person's guard in the gym. And then you have short-term goals as well too, where maybe it's like I just want to be able to survive around going with a higher belt, or I want to be able to sweep this person, or I want to add this to my spider guard game, or practice a new guard pass, or whatever it is. So you got to have some short-term goals that you're working on, but then you also have to have some longer-term goals, maybe stuff for like a year into the future that you're working towards as well. And finding these little goals and these little victories along the way will help you avoid getting burnt out. And then the last thing, so the fourth thing that I have for you guys today to help dealing with or avoiding burnout in jiu-jitsu is, if you do feel yourself going through that, just go and talk to your coach. I'm sure your coach is more than happy to talk to you. Maybe you need to schedule a lesson with them to see where your mindset needs to be with training at this time, what techniques or positions you need to be looking at. And sometimes just that one-on-one time with your mentor or your coach can really spark that jiu-jitsu fire back in you, and get you out of that lull that you're going through. All right. So just to kind of summarize this up for you guys, everyone will deal with some burnout throughout their jiu-jitsu journey. Anybody who says they haven't hasn't been trained long enough. 4 things that we can do to help get through that is have a set season where you're breaking your training up throughout the year. Make sure that you have long-term goals, short-term goals. Don't be afraid to go and train with new people and visit a new gym. And then lastly, just sit down and talk to your coach, maybe get a lesson, and see if we can add something or tweak something in your game. You do these 4 things, and it will help you immensely if you do start to experience some burnout in jiu-jitsu. And if you do feel it, guys, it's completely normal. Everybody is gonna go through that. So just the fact that you expect it at some point, and now you have some tools to help you get through it, will definitely help you along your jiu-jitsu journey. So thanks again for watching. If you guys can, please leave some comments below. Let us know what you think. Ask some questions. Give us some more ideas on videos and stuff like that. We want some feedback from you guys. Make sure you subscribe, share it to your friends, whether they train at our gym or maybe another gym.